What's going on, beautiful people? It is your boy Ace Salmon here, back to our video, and today we are going over my top 10 quarterbacks from the 2024-2025 season. This list is based off a mix of stats, team success, and eye tests from the 2024-2025 season. Not off overall who I think the best quarterback in the NFL is, who had the best season. That's what we're going over in this video. If you have any disagreements or want to ask me any questions about this list, feel free to comment down below. I really encourage it. I want to interact with you guys. That's why I make these videos. Before we get into the list, I'm going to ask you guys for a huge favor. As you see here, only 7% of you guys actually are subscribed to me. Can we get that number up, please? It takes 2 seconds. It's free. It would mean the absolute world to me. I'm trying to grow the community, so I need all of your guys' help. So please just click the subscribe button. It'd mean the absolute world to me. Also, make sure to like the video and comment any recommendations or feedback down below. Now, guys, we're going to get straight into the video right now, starting off with number 10. Coming in at this number 10 spot from Denver, we have Bo Nix. Bo Nix in his rookie season threw for 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and over 3,500 yards, 3,775 to be exact. Bo Nix had a great rookie season. Probably would have won Rookie of the Year in most years if a guy named Jane Daniels didn't exist, but that's for later on in the video. Bo Nix with a Denver Broncos team I didn't think would do much. He proved me very wrong, and he had an absolutely great season. He was also an effective runner. Believe it or not, Bo Nix has wheels, and he ran the ball well, man. Bo Nix is a very versatile quarterback. He is older, so he was expected to come in sooner before all these other guys in his class and, compete right away and be at pace because he's a 24-year-old rookie. For example, though, he did run for 4 TDs and 430 yards. Bo Nix, dual threat quarterback, can do it all, and if they get him a true weapon next to Courtland Sutton, this team is going to be very dangerous. Bo Nix is very young. He is one of the best offensive minds in football, and Sean Payton as his head coach. He's going to keep getting better and better. I'm excited to see the future of this Denver Broncos football team. At this number 9 spot, we have one of the best arms in all of football, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's arm is just beautiful. It is an absolute cannon, one of the best arms in all football. I think he can throw it over 70 yards. Justin Herbert has a rocket ship. But man, Justin Herbert's also a very smart football player. He does not make a lot of mistakes. Hence, this year only thrown 3 interceptions. He threw 23 touchdowns and over 3,800 yards, which is 9th in the league. Justin Herbert played great football. He played smart football all year round in a very run-heavy offense. This offense was not very, pass-heavy. It did not really help him much. They got rid of a lot of his key playmakers, like the guy that just showed right there, Keenan Allen. They also got rid of Mike Williams, and he was throwing the ball to Quinton Johnson, who has Butterfingers, and Ladd McConkey, who's a rookie receiver. That was his number one target. Ladd McConkey's a great receiver in his own right, but, not a guy that you think would be a 1,000-yard receiver in his rookie year. But you know what? Justin Herbert made the most of his situation, and he took over, and he had a great season, and he's going to continue to get better. They're going to give him help, and Justin Herbert will continue to grow as a football player, and he's a beauty. He's a beauty. He plays football the right way, and he is a dominant player, and I'm super excited to see how much better he gets. At this number 8 spot, we got Sammy D from Minnesota. Colite, Minnesota. Okay, my bad. Sorry for saying it. Sam Darnold is at your number 8 spot. The most surprising football player this season, in my opinion. He went berserk. Nobody thought this would happen. Sam Darnold surprised absolutely everybody this year. There's no way he did not surprise you. This Vikings team was supposed to win 5 games. He led them to the second most wins in the NFC. If they weren't in the hardest division in all football, they would have had a home playoff game. Debatably, they were right there for the first round bye. But that's why Sam Darnold's at this 8th spot. These last 2 weeks, man, that he had against the Lions and in the playoff game, they were just disgusting. I felt like throwing up. I just couldn't do it. And that's why Sam Darnold's at this 8th spot. I mean, like those last 2 weeks left so much of a sour taste in my mouth. He just went back and he regressed from what he's done all season long. It was crazy to see. He was seeing ghosts again. But that should not take away from Sam Darnold's amazing season. He threw 35 touchdowns to 12 interceptions and over 4,319 passing yards. Great seasons from Sam Darnold. Made the Pro Bowl. He finally lived up to that potential that he had coming out of college. I'm super excited to see what's next for Sammy D. Coming in at this number 7 spot, we have Patrick Mahomes from the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes had one of his worst seasons by far, thrown for over 3,900 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. But you know what Mahomes does better than any other quarterback in the NFL? He wins ball games. And that's exactly what he did this year. He won ball games, and he's clutch. Mahomes is the clutchest quarterback in the NFL. If you give him a chance to win the game, if you give him the ball with a chance to drive down the field and end you, he will slit your throat. And that's why Mahomes is at this number 7 spot. We know who he is. And all year he did was win. I mean, he just won ball games. He sacrificed individual stats for wins. And that's how they lived. I mean, they lived on this run philosophy. His weapons aren't that good. His offensive line is that good. But you know why this team wins? It's because they have Patrick Mahomes, and he is a winner. He is a winner at quarterback, and they have a chance to three-peat, which hasn't been done in 60 years. Mahomes has to get his flowers for the season. That's why he's at this number 7 spot. At this number 6 spot, we have Baker Mayfield from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield threw for 4,500 yards on the dot, which is very impressive in its own right. 41 touchdowns and 16 interceptions in the regular season. Baker Mayfield, man, hell of a year. 41 touchdowns is very impressive. But, man, Baker Mayfield has it all. His arm is actually really good. And he just has moxie, man. Like, he's just a fun player to watch. He's aggressive. He'll put his shoulder down, run through you, and he'll get up and taunt you. He'll get in your face. He'll talk crap. Baker Mayfield is an awesome player, and he's exciting to watch, man. I'm happy Tampa Bay got him, and I'm happy he reinsurged his career because football is better when Baker Mayfield is playing good. Let's be honest, guys. We all root for Baker Mayfield. Unless you're a Cleveland Browns fan, then that sucks. But Baker Mayfield, man, he is a guy. If cocaine was a football player, I imagine Baker Mayfield. What a guy. What a football player, and he is at our number 6 spot. At this number 5 spot, we have Jared Goff from Detroit. Jared Goff had a great season, 4,629 yards passing, which was second in the NFL, 37 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. Jared Goff, man, he led the best offense in the NFL, the Detroit Lions. They had a great season. I mean, I honestly thought they were going to win the Super Bowl. This offense was scoring like no other, but unfortunately, in the biggest game, you know what Jared Goff did? He was seeing ghosts. And against Washington, man, he did not look good whatsoever. He threw a lot of picks. And it was an unfortunate game because I thought this was the year for Detroit. They had everything. It looked so good. I saw the vision. But you know what? It happens, man. You can't win them all. And unfortunately, the Lions lucked out this year. But that offense was so much fun to watch. And Ben Johnson leaving is going to have a big impact, I feel like, for them. But I feel like Jared Goff will still pick up where he left off last season. He played like the number 1 overall pick he was. And overall, in this list, you see a big theme of quarterbacks on second teams like Baker, Darnold. I mean, those guys are on like 4 or 5 teams. You see them resurge in their careers. And then you look at Jared Goff resurge in their careers. It shows that in the right situation, most quarterbacks with this level of talent can succeed. So kudos to Jared Goff for bouncing back after that awful start of his career. Keep it a buck with you. He was not very good. And now, in my opinion, he is a top 7 NFL quarterback. Jared Goff, what a guy, what a quarterback, and he is at number 5. Coming in at this number 4 spot, it has to be Jayden Daniels. I do not care what you guys say. Y'all could say recency bias, all this good stuff. What he did with this Washington Commanders team was absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. I am flabbergasted by what he did. This Washington team, in my opinion, is not a very good football team. Not a very good football team. I like Terry McLaurin. I like Brian Robinson Jr. On the offensive side of the ball, but that is it. That is really, I like Sam Cosmi. The offensive line's not great. Jayden Daniels, in his rookie season, led a team that I did not think would win a lot of games. A team that I thought could be picking top 5 again to the NFC Championship game. He beat a juggernaut in the Detroit Lions. He beat a very good football team in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He did this in his rookie season. As a rookie, Jayden Daniels, unbelievable quarterback. The stats don't tell the story. 25 tuds, 9 interceptions, 3,568 yards. The clutchest rookie quarterback I have ever seen. This guy is cold. This guy is cold. He does not stress in big moments. He's just unbelievable. It's hard to describe words to describe Jayden Daniels' rookie season. It was just crazy. Jane Daniels, man, you deserve to be in this top 4, and that is why you are at this number 4 spot. Coming in at this number 3 spot, we have Joe Burrow from the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow threw for over 4,918 yards this season, 43 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Joe Burrow statistically was the best quarterback in the NFL. Let's get that out the way. Statistically, yep, Joe Burrow was the best, but Joe Burrow did not make the playoffs, which if you're going to have a season like that, you really realistically should make the playoffs. Obviously, there was some stuff out of his control, like tiebreakers, and obviously that his defense sucked besides one player, aka Trey Hendrickson. But you know what? When you're the leader of a team, you're supposed to lead, and they sucked at the beginning of the season. They did not play good at the beginning of the season. They looked awful. They lost a game to the Patriots and the Panthers, which if you are a playoff team, you really cannot afford to lose those games. So at the end of the day, it's their fault. And if Joe Burrow possibly makes the playoffs, he's in the MVP conversation, because those numbers he put up this year was ridiculous. Joe Burrow, I really can't hate on his season, though. I mean, his season was just unbelievable. The stats he put up, the way he played, he was clutch. He went toe-to-toe with some great teams. I mean, he really did all he could do. Joe Burrow, he deserves to be at number 3. He probably deserves to be higher, but on this list, this season, he is ranked at the 3 spot. Coming in at number 2, we have the NFL MVP, Josh Allen. I know you guys are going to be like, he won MVP. How is he at second? I will talk about why he's at second when I go and talk about the first guy. We're going to talk about Josh Allen really quick here. Josh Allen, great season. You know, he led this Buffalo Bills team that everyone thought was going to be mediocre. I mean, they got rid of Diggs, and everyone's like, well, they're getting rid of the talent. Everyone thought the Dolphins were going to win the division. As a Dolphins fan, I also believe that, and I bit my own words. But Josh Allen had an unbelievable season, man, by all accounts. Now, let's look at the stats here. Josh Allen threw for 3,731 yards, 28 tuds to 6 interceptions. Josh Allen has struggled with interceptions in the past, so it was absolutely awesome to see that he grew over the course of this offseason and stopped turning the ball over. Also, he ran the ball at a very good clip, 531 yards and 12 touchdowns. Overall, Josh Allen had a great season with only 1 fumble. He struggled with fumbles in the past, and 1 fumble is his career low by 4, believe it or not. Josh Allen, great season. He improved on everything. He proved everybody wrong, and he made it to the championship game where I think America was rooting for the Buffalo Bills, but unfortunately, they let us down. Joshua Allen is at your number 2 spot. At the number 1 spot, we have Lamar Action Jackson from the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar threw for 4,172 yards, 41 tuds, and 4 interceptions, man. Josh Allen, hell of a season. He also ran for 4 touchdowns, which he did lose a lot of rushing touchdowns by the fact that they have Derrick Henry. Yeah, Derrick Henry. So he did lose a couple rushing opportunities. He also ran for 915 yards, almost a 1,000-yard runner at quarterback. Just ridiculous. Lamar Jackson is just an unbelievable player. His team had good team success. You know, they fall short once again. They lost the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs. I know you guys are going to mention that as a reason. Well, Josh eliminated Lamar. Well, I'm going to make the argument that Lamar Jackson is more valuable to his team than Josh Allen. First of all, when you look at Lamar Jackson, Lamar, when he has a quarterback rating under a 110, the Ravens are 0-5. When Josh Allen has that same quarterback rating, the Bills are 7-2. Lamar also doesn't have the best offensive line, and Josh Allen's offensive line is ranked 3rd in the NFL according to PFF. I know the Ravens do have Derrick Henry, but also the Bills have James Cook, who had 17 touchdowns this season. And then when you look at the schedule, the Ravens played a way harder schedule. And I think Lamar played better versus teams above 500 compared to Josh Allen. That's just my argument. I think both quarterbacks are absolutely great. I think comparison is the thief of joy, though. And I do think that Josh, well, I'm not really mad about him winning an MVP. I think Lamar Jackson had the best season last year. If you guys enjoyed the video, I would appreciate if you guys could drop a sub, like the video, and comment any recommendations or feedback down below. What position group do you guys want to see next? It's in your hands. Let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one. It's your boy, A Salman, out. Peace.